Hello, welcome back to WendyPaulet Consults TV. I'm Chinwe. This is the sixth episode of Business Secret from the Bible series. If this is your first time on our channel, find the previous episodes and watch. They are very easy to find. They are titled Business Secret from the Bible episode 1 to 5 with pictures of me doing different signs of the numbers. If you've not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe so you can get notified whenever we upload our weekly videos. In the last episode, which was episode 5, we stopped at secret number 15. So in this episode, we are going to be starting from secret number 16. I don't know how to do 16 with my hand. If not, I would have done it because I can just be childish like that. 16. Okay, let's get right into it. Earnings and profits are God's way of rewarding us for forming relationship with others and serving them faithfully and effectively. What I understand from this secret is important for people to find what they love and do it. I have a friend that would always ask me this question: if money wasn't in the equation, what would you rather be doing? And I think that's the most profound way of finding out your calling or your purpose. I believe money is an energy and will come to you if you are chilled and non-resistant about it. Because all the successful people I know have only one advice to give. You can check it across the board, whether they are from Africa, Europe, Asia, they always have one thing to say, and that is believe in yourself, do what you love. And there's a quote that goes, when you do what you love, you won't have to work a day in your life because your work will be fun to you. I think we earn money because we believe we are worthy of it and because of the energy we give off while we do our work. You can watch the second episode of this series to understand what I'm talking about better. I've come to a point in my life where I just want to do what I love and enjoy myself while I do it and simply believe I'm going to get a lot of money from it. I have an understanding that me making money is not because of how hard I'm working or how I'm the best at what I'm doing. I believe that money will come to me just because. Now, I don't expect you to buy into my belief, it's just my personal understanding. But I would like you to consider this. Have you ever wondered why the wealthiest people seem like they do the least work, while the people that work the hardest earn so little? Or maybe you relate to this more. Have you noticed that you didn't have to work so hard for the times you got the best opportunities or earned the most money? Or even if you did some work, the work was relatively fun and easy for you, but the things you've hustled most for seem to be far-fetched or pay the least. I noticed this pattern in my life, and that's why I decided to let go of being on the constant pursuit of where my next check is coming from and just relax into doing what I love and just having a blast while I do it. And so far, it's been really great. I believe the best form of service you can offer to humanity is give off good energy and good vibes. So it's really not about feeding the poor or housing homeless people. Whatever you're doing with good energy will perpetuate love and peace in the world, and that's what we need more than anything. I keep using Davido and artists in general as examples because out of all the professions in the world, they are the ones that really enjoy what they do, and that's why most of them are very successful. Davido is not a rocket scientist or a surgeon, but you would rather forfeit your 5k to go see Davido than to go listen to a lecture on rocket science. I'm not saying rocket scientists and surgeons are not successful or they don't do their work with good energy. I'm just trying to make the point that it's not really about the most serious work. You can just do what you love, whatever that is, and enjoy what you do, and you find yourself being really successful in it. I mean, if people can make money from cracking jokes and making a fool of themselves, like, there is really no limit to what you can do, really. You know, nowadays we see comedians as a typical profession, but let's remember, like 20 years ago, that wasn't really something we're so used to in this part of the world. But now people make fool of themselves every day and they get paid really, really well, and they enjoy themselves while they do it. So that's why I said that about Davido and rocket science. Like, it's not about how serious your work is, it's just about the good energy and the vibe you do the work in. Get it? Some people get a job they don't like and do it all their lives in complaints and stress, and then wonder why they can't save any money from it, or why they can't blow from it, or why the money is never enough. Some will tell you that the days in the month are so long because they have a lot of days at the end of their money. Like, I mean, the energy which you give out is what you're going to receive. And if you make money out of stress, if you make money in complaints, that money is not going to amount to anything. That money is not really going to do anything for you. That's why you see some successful people, like people that we think they are very rich, but the life they are living is a very stressful life. And no matter the amount of money you have, if the basis of your life is stress, complaints, like just tiredness and just, I mean, that's the life you're living, no matter the amount of money you have, and your money will never benefit you the way it's supposed to benefit you. So it's all about the good energy you perpetuate. It's all about the vibes and it's all about the energy you give off when you're working. Yeah. So maybe it's time to rethink how you spend your work life, and you can do that with this question: if money wasn't in the equation, what would you rather be doing? Secret number 17. Raise the limits on yourself and others by imposing boundaries and structures. Left for me, I would say remove the limits on yourself and others and break down all structures and boundaries. Like, just get rid of it all. It has already happened that we grew up with so much limitations to what we can and cannot do, especially in the aspect of morality or what's wrong and right. We live in a society that where we are born kind of sets the tone of what our life should be. And that's sad though, because most people live their life off this template that was handed down to them from like 10 generations ago. Like, how pathetic can that be? There are so many beliefs and judgments we pick up that sets us back automatically without us even knowing. And it could be the slightest thing, maybe the way you were taught to greet elders, and now it's affecting your networking skills in business. Maybe when you come out where your peers are and they happen to be a little bit older than you act all timid. Like, what are you going to do with that kind of belief or value or judgment? And when I say belief, it's really not that deep. Belief is just a thought you keep thinking over and over again. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm Christian or I'm Muslim. Like, your belief is just the way you respond to things automatically. So it could just be something as slight as that will be affecting your business life, that will be affecting the way you interact with other people without you even knowing. So it's really important to know what your set of beliefs are, what your values are, what your automatic response to things are, in order for you to shape the ideals that suit you. It's really important to find a way to drop all those beliefs and judgments that could be limiting you. A good way to find out what those limiting beliefs are is to listen to yourself when you talk or when you think. We spend the most times with ourselves, and when you're alone, there are so many things that go through your head, and we have like the typical questions we ask, like, before anything even happens, there's an automatic question that is always in your head that you ask yourself. Listen to yourself when you ask those questions. You might be used to it, you might be doing it by reflex without even knowing, but it's just good to be more conscious of it and know what those questions are and know the kind of tone that's set in your life. What are the most common words you use? What do you tell yourself when you're alone? What's the first thing you say when someone asks you a question? There's some people that when they ask them a question, the first thing they say is, I don't know. When you don't know anything in the first instant, like, it kind of affects your intuition. Like, there are some things that go really deep that we might not be paying attention to, but it's just good to be more conscious of it, because all those things form the basis of your belief and your value system and all that has a very big influence in your life. And the biggest aspect of our life is our business life. Like, no matter how much you want to say it, we spend more time doing things that will give us money than we do any other thing. What do you think of others? Like, what do you think to yourself when you see someone behaving a certain way? All these questions will help you bring out what your default responses are to your regular everyday living. So it's really good to know what those words are, what those beliefs are, what those habits are, in order to mold them in a way that it will be empowering to us. Another interesting way to shake off limiting beliefs is to make a list of all the people you admire. And the reason why you're making this list is to pinpoint the characters they have that you really admire. And when you list them out, I want you to check if there are some of them that you already have in you. And if there are some that you really admire in them that you don't have or you are not practicing actively, I want you to start practicing them. I want you to start emulating them, because the things you admire in other people are the things that you are like. I mean, we like those that are like us. And if there's something in someone that you like, that means you already have that in you. And even if it's not active, it's something you can easily activate. Do you understand? I really encourage you to try these strategies out, and I'm so eager to hear from you when you start seeing results. Secret number 18. The importance of service is that you cannot lead if you cannot follow. I discussed the relationship between service and leadership in secret number 7, and you can watch that in the 3rd episode. I think service is the basis of our work, and that's why I emphasize that serving has nothing to do with being submissive. Every business is serving its customers at one capacity or the other. As long as you have the ability to provide a solution or solve a problem, you are in service or you are serving. Service is also about leadership, because as a business, you are at the forefront of leading people to the solution or the answers they seek. Leadership is not limited to politics or appointments. Leadership has to do with responsibility and commitment, and so is service. We refer to our leaders as servants because they have assumed the responsibility of being at the forefront and are committed to acting on behalf of the people they are leading. The aspect of knowing how to follow as a leader is born from the need to listen to your customers or the public, whoever you're leading, in order to understand what they need and craft out the best solution that suits them. As a leader, it's very important not to misplace following to being too flexible. You need to have a certain level of flexibility as a leader, but more than anything, you need to have a mind of your own and be decisive. Personally, my own idea of leadership is caring enough for the people you are leading to listen to your deepest instincts before you act on their behalf. Because listening to what everyone has to say can drive anyone crazy. For any leadership position you assume, I believe you are called to it, whether it's in politics, business, church, or any other type of organization. So your best bet is to listen to your guts and lead from that perspective. Companies like Apple don't release their new product based on what people tell them they want. If not, would have had chargers that lasted longer. They go with their intuition and guts. It's certainly important to listen to the people you are leading because that's where the inspiration will come from. But your decision should always be gutsy. It should come from your deepest instinct as a leader. This is where the 6th episode of Business Secret from the Bible ends. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope you found it really useful. If you like this video and want to see more of it, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel and you get updates whenever we upload our weekly videos. But first, you have to turn on your notifications. You can also sign up for our newsletter via the link in the description box below and you receive notifications whenever we upload our weekly videos. You get a free business plan template once you sign up, free materials and personal updates from me that I just don't share anywhere else. If you enjoyed this video, like and share with your friends. You never know who you might be helping. Thank you so much for watching. See you in our next video.